partner. 4 in a row.
I also just realized that we started recording, and there were things that I wanted to talk about before we started, but
well, now we're recording.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll revisit it after.
This is how we do this. We sit down, we hit record, and we just see what's going to happen. So, welcome everyone. This is the theme park, guys. I didn't even check if my mic was good, but I think we're okay. This is the theme park, guys. My name is Hunter, representing everyone outside of the state of Florida. His name is Nick, representing everyone in Florida.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's a pretty hard representation.
It's like everybody outside of Florida is on my side. Everybody inside of Florida is on your side. I'm the tourist. You're the local.
And I guess so.
And that's how
what's gonna happen when I visit like Dallas and go to a theme park.
You're gonna have to do what I say because I will be the local and I'll be like, this is how we do it.
Yeah, like you do what I say when you come to Walt Disney World or Disneyland.
I don't do a lot, honestly. Like to this day, I haven't bought an annual pass, teaser to this episode topic, or booked.
But I mean, like when you're visiting the parks, you don't do what I say.
No, I do what I want to do.
Yeah. And you get a little bit of an attitude if things aren't going the way that you want them to as well.
No, so. I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, anyways, before we get into it, teaser for this week's episode. What is an annual pass, season pass? They go by many names. Theme parks have them. Amusement parks have them. Which one's the best? We're going to talk about it. We'll do a little show and tell episode. I've got a few. Nick's got a few. We're going to see, what these deals are, if they make sense, if they don't make sense. Obviously, what is a theme park? Episode number 1, that was my idea. What is an annual pass? That is also my idea. And then Nick's idea was last week of let's plan trips for each other. So, yes.
My ideas are full of personality, and Hunter's are full of science.
This is personality. This is people want to know.
I literally felt like I was preparing for this episode today. I felt like I was doing a research project.
Yeah.
Which is the exact same way that I felt when I did the research for what is a theme park.
Yeah, well, we're gonna pass that information on to everybody listening, and then somebody will learn something today.
I don't know. Are they interested in learning something? Is that why they're here? Or are they here to be entertained?
Learning is entertainment.
Ugh.
What?
I don't think I agree, but okay.
You never watched Schoolhouse Rock as a kid?
I love Schoolhouse Rock.
That was my Saturday morning cartoons. Still got that cough, huh?
It's not as bad. Okay.
Sure. I'm just checking on you. I see. We didn't talk before we started.
I don't think you're genuinely checking on me. You're just thinking about the quality of the episode and whether
of the sound editing.
Yeah. I know you better than that.
Don't cough again.
You don't care.
I'm just kidding. I hope you are okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, now that we know what we're going to talk about annual passes, season passes from parks all over the United States of America. Nick,
strap in, everybody.
Strap in. We're going to go over every single one.
Conversation, heck no.
No, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I hope.
Class.
Yeah. So we starting news, or we starting with a little "Hey, how you doing"?
Personal updates, man.
It's the "Hey, how you doing" segment. Welcome. we got a howdy partner to start. Hey, how you doing? Tell me the, I don't know what a Western term for the news. I don't know. Extra. Read all about it for news segment, but we'll get there.
Can you do a Mickey accent?
In my private time, yes.
Oh.
Not like out for everyone to see.
Why?
I've got a good little Mickey voice. You know this.
Yeah, you're good at these things.
It would probably, yeah. No, what are you, the kid with Shrek? Do the roar. No, I will not. This is like when you tried to get me to do Darth Sidious in the middle of
which you also
Disneyland.
Could have done so well. Why not?
Everyone would have stared at me.
Who cares? There's nobody staring at you.
We did
me and you.
What was that? Star Wars After Hours? What was the technical term for that?
Disneyland After Dark Star Wars Night.
Star Wars Night, yeah. And then Darth Sidious was walking up on the catwalks, and I really wanted to yell unlimited power at him, but I knew everybody would stare at me, so I decided not to, and then
God
Nick said I
forbid.
should. I don't
Do the
know.
line.
I'm not
Maybe-
doing it.
Ugh.
Maybe another day. Maybe when I've gotten a little more comfortable around you.
Me? It's not me. It's the fact that people are watching this that you're not doing it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Got to change my color balancing. I got a little too much red on my screen here.
I wish I could do it. If I could, I would do it right now, but I'm just not good at it.
You want to do a Mickey Mouse accent news?
Yeah, I don't know how. No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was thinking.
You just want an oh boy or a hey pal or
No, I was thinking it'd be fun. Like that could be like how we introduce the new, like the personal, like life segment, like a check-in, something like that.
Okay.
We'll think of something. We'll continue to brainstorm.
Maybe we'll
work up the courage. You literally had an entire different character that you used to play on the happiest podcast on earth. So.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, whatever.
Wasn't me. Now, see, that's the anonymity from being no screen. I can change my voice, and it could be a whole different person, and you would never know. But now,
we do.
The face with the voice, it's a little different. Let me tell you.
Anyways, we'll come up with something for that. But anyways, personal life. Yeah. It's been a week. Let me tell you.
What happened?
I'm on one tonight. I have been.
Oh no.
I've been.
Strap in, folks. Why don't you just skip ahead to 45 minutes and we'll get to the episode topic.
Yeah. Okay. Chill. They're not ready for the episode topic anyways. They care more about this than they do what a theme park annual pass is.
I am excited for this episode topic. It is show and tell.
Anyways, so life. Yeah, it's been a week. Last time we talked was last Tuesday. Not really, like not the last time that you and I talked, but the last time that we talked with everyone listening. So much has happened since then.
You cleaned out your garage. Congratulations.
Yeah. But I feel like things happened even before that. What happened last week? Oh, I went to Moonlight Magic at Animal Kingdom. That was a good time. Had a blast. Went with my friend Nick. And then my friend Hillary invited us to go, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a great time. Got to see a lot of characters. Lilo and Stitch were together. One of the coolest things was there was a guy walking around like on stilts, but he had like it was sort of like a Yeti looking costume on. And he was walking around outside of Everest, which obviously made sense. But that was very cool. That was cool to see. I'd never seen that before. Yeah, Moonlight Magic is a event. It's an event for Disney Vacation Club members, and Disney Vacation Club members are the only ones that can register for it, and then they can like register for so many tickets. And so sometimes they have the ability to bring extra people. So it was cool. Good time.
Disney Vacation Club. That's like the ultimate season pass, annual pass, wouldn't you say?
I mean, you don't do you get a pass? No,
you don't get a pass.
You have to buy a pass. Yeah. But your pass is labeled as a Vacation Club member.
But isn't Vacation Club is a one-time payment, right?
Right.
And then you just have to pay the taxes on it every year, I believe.
I think people, I mean, if you can afford to just buy it outright, but there's a lot of people that are on payment plans for their Vacation Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I think you have annual dues as well.
Well, I think the annual dues are like to cover the taxes on like everything that you use your points for. Like, I think,
but then you can
pretty sure that's it.
You can buy more points and stuff like that. But a lot of people, I know a lot of people finance their Vacation Club.
Yeah.
Members.
If there's one thing I learned in doing 2 episodes plus a pilot with you is that someone will correct us immediately.
Yeah.
If we are wrong. So please, if you do know,
they know their stuff.
Let us know.
Yeah, the listeners know. I've never been a Vacation Club member, so I don't know. And I honestly have never researched it enough because it's not within the realm of possibility.
Well, it doesn't necessarily even make sense for you. Like you live there. Like you're not traveling there.
Although I know a lot of people who live local that also have it, but yeah.
Yeah, you can go other places. You can go to Alani. You can go all over with it.
Yeah. But anyways, so that was fun. That was Wednesday night. Thursday and Friday were kind of chill. And then we cleaned out the garage this weekend. I feel like something else. Oh, Valentine's Day. I was like, what happened?
Yeah. We told everyone to remember that last week.
Yeah, Valentine's Day happened. That was fun. So, oh my gosh, yeah, that there. I knew there were things. Zoe, we got to see Zoe. We had an
Ah,
ultrasound. We had our anatomy scan. We got to see Zoe. It was amazing. I'll share a video to my Instagram soon about that. I'm making a reel. But yeah, got to see Zoe. She's doing great. Francie's doing great. Everybody's healthy, and that was really cool. That was very special. And then on Valentine's Day, I got to feel Zoe kick, which was even more special. Um, so that was super exciting. And then we have like a tradition that we've developed where we have like a family picnic at a local park. The park is incredible. We order pizza from Papa John's. They make heart-shaped pizza. We order the pizza. We go to the park and just have like a whole picnic. And the boys have a blast because they like run around half the time.
I had a technical question behind this because I did see your story post of the heart-shaped pizzas. They were not cut. So
No,
how does one go about cutting a heart-shaped pizza?
We just bring the pizza cutter with us, and then you cut it into like, I mean, they're not perfect.
But
squares.
you're not cutting. Yeah, you're not cutting.
Right.
You're gonna cut like right down the center of the heart.
Yeah.
And then split it up like that's
then, like,
symbolic for
and then
Valentine's
slice
Day.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, you cut it up the middle, and then you like kind of like slice it, so it's almost like squares.
But then inevitably you're gonna have a piece with no crust, and then how do you eat that one?
Because I love pieces with no crust, delicious.
But then your hands get all greasy.
Whatever.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying a Papa John's pizza isn't the kind of pizza you eat with no crust. I understand what you're saying of other like thin crust pizzas, sure, but
it is thin crust.
Oh, okay.
Because the heart-shaped one is thin crust.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure it was original crust. If I do remember seeing your photo there.
I ate it. So
I am actively trying to correct you of your own pizza.
I was there, and it was thin crust.
Okay.
We get it every year, so it's kind of an annual thing. And
how would you define thin crust pizza? Let's shift this episode topic.
We're not doing that.
Okay.
Also, we do it on Halloween as well because they have jack-o'-lantern pizzas, and those are thin crust.
I remember seeing that one as well.
Yeah.
You're a very festive pizza guy.
You know what you could do is you could say, how do you slice this? When you see the story, you could like engage with my content.
Oh. No, I just like to ask you about it a week and a half later.
You don't ever engage with any of my content. You don't like my posts. I start to generally develop like an actual like.
I don't like anybody's posts.
I know, but that's like why.
I don't know.
I like the people that I love. I absolutely like their things. It makes them realize like I saw this and I liked it. Like I paid attention.
If I follow you, that's enough. You know I'm there.
No. Actually, if you want to look at it from like a content creator's perspective, you're actually
like I'm not
hurting,
buying your
hurting
your
my
shot.
engagement. You're saying it. You're seeing my stuff, and you're saying this isn't interesting to me.
And then Instagram goes, yeah, it looks like that Hunter guy swiped through. We need to suppress this post. It's not interesting.
Truly. And now you have two accounts. Dun dun dun. And you do it with both. And both accounts are like, I don't really care about this.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Anyways. So Valentine's Day was great. We had a good time. We had fun as a family. It was really chill. We came back afterwards. We watched Mulan because we are running the 5K this weekend as a family, and the theme for that race is Mulan. Ethan had never seen it before, and Luke has seen it but didn't really remember it, and Luke was into it. Like he was very much like locked in on finishing the movie. Ethan was falling asleep, but Luke thought it was hilarious. And there really are such funny one-liners in there with like Mushu, and the cricket is hilarious. The grandma is one of my all-time favorite Disney characters. Like she is just, her one-liners are fantastic. When oh my gosh, I just forgot his name.
I won't be able to help you. It's been 15 years since I've probably seen Mulan.
Am I saying it wrong? Shang, right? That's his name.
I think so. That sounds right.
Anyways,
someone will correct us if we're wrong.
And she's like, no, I have to get that right. When he shows up after, like at the end of the movie, and he walks by, and the grandma looks at Mulan's mom, and she's like, sign me up for the next war. And then Mulan asks, like, would you like to stay for dinner? And then in the background, you hear the grandma go, would you like to stay forever?
It's
so
those
good.
things that you don't notice as a kid where you're
Yeah.
just like,
No, I noticed. I've been quoting that for years. Are you kidding me?
oh, never mind.
But yeah, it's Lee Shang. That's his name.
Okay.
Anyway, it's good stuff. We watched Mulan, and then the boys went to bed, and Francie and I watched the movie Valentine's Day, which is it's not necessarily a tradition, but we watch that a lot on Valentine's Day. So, do you know what that is?
I do not. It's not my kind of movie.
Do you know those movies where
I tried? So, well, go ahead, and then I'll tell my story.
Do you know those movies where there's like the characters all? Have you ever seen New Year's Eve? No, probably not. Oh,
no. Are these like the thing where it's the same characters and they're just all different types of movies and stuff?
No, but there's like all the characters' storylines like cross over each other.
Oh yeah, what is?
I know there's other movies like this. I just can't think of what they are. But anyways, very good stuff. Loved it. Love that movie. It's fun. Taylor Swift is in it. She's dating Taylor Lautner at the time, and their characters are in the movie together. So
okay. Well, we also had Valentine's Day, since it's kind of a national holiday. We did like the whole dinner deal, flowers, the whole 9 yards, all that jazz. And then we also had a movie night. And
did you guys go to dinner together? Just the two of you?
No, we made steaks at home.
Yeah.
And then my wife took our son out to dinner the day after as like a mommy-son date, which I feel like that could be a tradition kind of thing. Like son takes mama out for dinner on the Saturday after Valentine's Day. And then you get to have like
father-daughter night.
Yeah.
Which didn't really like this year. Obviously, she's like
wouldn't register. Wouldn't register for. Technically, we had father-daughter night.
Yeah. She slept while you played video games.
I literally strapped on the baby carrier and I walked circles in the kitchen until she fell asleep, and then I played a little bit of video games. We had a great time. We had a great time. Hey, the whole first week of her life, I was there and we watched Band of Brothers on HBO.
Oh, great.
We'll see how that turns out 15 years from now. But as I was saying, we were going to have a movie night, Valentine's Day night after all the kiddos went to bed. And this never happens for me. She told me I could pick the movie.
Wow.
So I was like, fantastic. So I went and grabbed my Blu-ray of Interstellar and was like, are you ready for movie night? And she said, anything but that. I was like, what are you talking about? And then somehow one thing led to another, and then we ended up just picking the movie that she wanted to watch anyways. So I was like, glad I cashed in that any movie hunter wants token.
You have to do it another time.
Yeah. We used to watch. I mean, obviously, before you have kids and a family and stuff like that, you used to watch a movie all the time. To pop a movie in, kind of have an easy night in, that kind of deal. But movies are few and far between. Yeah, and I like watching movies.
When we started Valentine's Day, Francie was like, she's growing a child, and so there are times where she'll sit down to watch a movie, and normally Francie, when she sits down to watch a movie, she watches it through to the end. I'm the one that always falls asleep, but right now, whilst pregnant, nah,
she's out.
She passes out pretty quickly.
I fall asleep. I have a problem right now with falling asleep mid-show, mid-movie right now. So
it happens. You're exhausted. You're caring for a toddler, or not a toddler. He's pretty much a kid at this point.
He's a kiddo. He's a little kiddo.
But then a newborn, or not even really a newborn. I guess a few months.
Now a toddler.
At what point? What point are they no longer a newborn?
Like 0 to 3.
3,
maybe?
Like based on the clothing size.
Probably. Well, see, there's newborn clothes, and then there's 0 to 3 clothes.
Right.
And then there's 3 to 6, 6 to 12, or 6
to 9, 9 to 12,
and then 9 to 12, and then is it T1, T2, T? Is that how? I don't know how it
2T.
2T. Yes, that is it. Not T1.
But they also
T2.
have like
this isn't Terminator. This is these are toddler clothes. Yeah. Oh, they do have 24-month clothes. I don't know how it works. Got a baby and one that's a little bit bigger than the baby, and that's all I need to know right now.
Oh dear.
Yep.
But yeah, no. Also, Francie and I got to have, I mean, kind of like 2 dates. One of our dates was to the doctor's office, and then afterwards we got to go to the mall and have lunch together, which is something that we don't ever get to really do. But it was the mall that we had our first date at like 13 years ago, so that was fun. Just
Nice.
getting to walk around there for a second, and then it was very fast. We went to Red Robin. Hadn't been to Red Robin in a long time. Francie loves Red Robin because they have unlimited fries, so she's a big fan. But
It's huge. What year? What year did y'all meet?
we met
Testing you.
in 2011. No,
Uh,
20,
Wait, started dating.
20, 2010. Yeah, it would have
But
been
didn't start dating till 2012.
no. We started dating. It was either I don't
I
know.
just put you on the spot. Oh, I'm
It's
so
all a
excited.
blur.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
No, because it was my sophomore year. We started dating the fall of my sophomore year of college, and that would have been 2011. No, 2010.
Ah. So you said 13 years ago, more like 14 and a half.
I don't know. What year
Oh
is it?
boy. Oh boy, you're in trouble. You're in trouble,
No, I
buddy.
don't
You're in
think
the
so.
doghouse now.
I mean, that's when we started dating. I remember.
I
when we
just got
married.
excited. I just got excited because we started dating summer of 2012, and I was like, did I just beat him? Like,
No, I think it was 20.
He goes, I have more years on life and marriage and fatherhood. It's like, well, actually, I've had the longer relationship, buddy.
We met my sophomore year, but
Okay.
it was my second semester sophomore year, and then we started dating my first semester junior year, which would have been 2011.
All right, so you have a year on me. Okay. So you do have wisdom over me in yet another aspect in life.
Dating, yeah, but you guys dated longer than we dated.
Yeah,
There you
Yeah,
go.
we
There's
sure
your
did.
win. You were babies.
I'm more of a professional on dating.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Anyways, do we have
Um,
news for this week or what?
I'm not done.
Oh. All right, we got another one.
No, so I didn't get to finish saying my 2 dates. So we went to the mall, had lunch together. That was awesome.
Okay.
And then we went to the movies with friends Sunday night and saw Captain America.
Oh, how was that?
It was good.
I haven't
liked it.
seen it.
A lot of people are saying like not great things about it, and I don't really understand why. Like I really enjoyed it. I don't think it's the best Marvel movie. But I had fun. Like
Did you see what Harrison Ford said in an
No.
interview?
Oh dear. What?
He was like, I'm going to get the exact wording wrong, but he's like, do you like coming back for these kinds of roles? And he was just basically like, I like the money. And then he was like, well, I mean, I like doing the projects, but the money's great too, right? And I was
love
like,
that man.
buddy, I understand. I'd do it for the money too if it was at this point.
I feel like he can do no wrong in my eyes, but I love
I feel like he's not so far above. That would be not the right way to say it, but like he is his characters, and his job is that of an actor, but like he very much thinks of that as like that's my job, and it's like he doesn't like talking about it a whole lot. Like he doesn't,
Yeah.
he
just reminds me
kind
of
of
like
yeah, that's what I do, and
a grumpy grandfather. Like
Yeah.
that's what he reminds me of. So,
Mhm.
but I love him. I love him, and I love the roles that he plays in. I think he did a good job. He's played the president in this movie, and everybody knows this. If you've seen the trailers, you know this.
You
but
just
he
spoil
turns-
it for me. I just
Turns
wow.
into the Red Hulk. So
Gosh, I didn't know this.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
It's in
I
the
know.
trailers, which to me is a little bit of a bummer. I kind of wish that they would have like held off on showing all of that, because I think it would have been a really cool reveal in the movie. But I get the marketing strategy behind it, because I think that's what's pulling people to go see the film. So yeah, liked it. I thought it's good, and then it gives us a little bit more direction on where things are going in the Marvel universe. So
Yeah.
and the University of Miami was represented in the movie, so automatically it's
Did it like get destroyed or something?
we have a new we have a new Falcon, and I really like him, and he is played by Danny Ramirez. Joaquin is his name in the movie, and he showed up for a training session. This is a spoiler, but he showed up for a training session and he was wearing a Miami Hurricanes football t-shirt. Literally the U, like wearing it. And I was like, let's go. The Miami Hurricanes are officially a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then
Well, all the colleges are. It's in America.
but they're not like represented in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. And you don't know what colleges survived after the
Oh dear. At least Miami survived.
yeah. Anyways, that was
I was trying to look up how much Harrison Ford made in this, but I don't think that's public yet. But I did see something else that helped round up my thought. He's a very transactional actor.
yeah.
He's very much like I'm getting paid, and it's like
You need to
yeah,
watch
I
him.
like doing that character, but he's like I'm getting paid.
You need to revisit Shrinking as well and give it more of a chance.
Yeah, I think I watched the first episode and a half.
Yeah, it's so good. His
We'll
character in that show is fantastic.
We'll see.
But yeah, and then I had a little bit of a hectic and chaotic weekend as well because I'm just going through a bunch of family stuff. My grandparents are both sick right now, and my cousin is also sick. So outside of the fun stuff, there was also like, honestly, like today has been, in the last couple of days have been like pretty like anxious days for me because both of my grandparents are in the hospital right now, and they're doing better for sure than they were doing this weekend, but they're both just older. My grandpa turns 90 literally tomorrow. And so, you know, I think that every time that I was talking about this with my best friend from college, actually. I was telling him, I was like, is it bad that every time that I get a call that they're like going to the doctor or to the hospital, that like my brain immediately goes to, this is it. Like, this is the time, you know, like this is when it's going to happen. And he was like, no, I feel the same exact way. And I'm so blessed. I have all 4 of my grandparents still. So I'm so blessed to have them at the age of 33. But yeah, like it's just, you know, it's inevitable. And so it's just every time that they like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like something happens to them medically, I'm like, well, here we go. And it's hard too, because like, they have a relationship, like my dad's parents have a relationship with my boys, and so Luke was asking a lot of questions about it and about like what was going on and are they going to make it, and you know, like those types of things. And when you yourself are like
that's another
questioning
layer.
it, yeah, you're like, oh, I don't know how to answer some of these questions that you're asking me right now. But yeah, so it was a fun weekend, but also a heavy weekend. And an exhausting one because, yeah, we cleaned out the garage. And I'm tired of
Yeah, I started with, you cleaned out the garage, didn't you? And you're like, well, yeah, that, and then a couple other things. But we've gone full circle. We're back to the garage. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, I don't ever want to pick up another box again. I literally have I've done now 4 trips to our new storage unit, and Francie can't really lift anything right now. So I've been like the go-to guy on picking up all of the boxes. And I am tired, physically drained, emotionally drained.
I do feel old because we were talking about the most affordable boxes to get on our Discord with the Happiest Podcast Discord. We were talking and you were like, get these boxes. And I'm like, Sam's Club has these. They're great. I use them all the time. And I'm like, wait a minute.
One up me in there.
What are we talking about? We're talking about which box is better for $3 cheaper.
Yeah.
But that's what you think about when you hit 30.
It's just life experiences.
What kind of bucket can I carry up into the attic the easiest and will store the most?
Anyways,
so news time.
That's my week. Do you have anything else you'd like to?
My week, we had Valentine's Day. That was about all I was.
That's about not all. True. You had fun things that have happened that you've told me about. You took your son bowling.
Oh yeah, we went bowling. Yeah, he was. Cool. So he's 4 years old. He's been potty training for about a year, maybe a little over a year. Hasn't gotten the hang of it. It's been a journey. He's been panicky. He's been, you know, a lot of screaming, crying, a lot of trying. Then we would back off and be like, okay, let's just take a little break for a little bit. And then we'd come back to it. And it was just a constant cycle. And then all of a sudden one night he's trying, you know, it's the usual, like he's really upset, screaming about it. All of a sudden breakthrough. And we've told him, like a year ago, like when we finally get potty trained, he can go bowling. And so it finally happened. It was like 8 o'clock at night. We're ready to get to bed. And then he looks at my wife and goes, "Can I go bowling now?" And she's like, well, technically, yes, because we did tell you that. And I'm feet kicked up on the couch. I'm just like, all right, we're in for the night. And then he comes out. It's like, we get to go bowling. I'm like, all right, we're going bowling. So
I love that though. That's awesome.
yeah, we went and bowled a game.
Yeah.
At the old local bowling alley, and he loved it. He thought
Yeah.
it was awesome.
He'll
So,
never forget it. That's so cool.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
Bowling was only a one-time thing once he figured it out.
Yeah, but that's special.
He's getting
And
a
you
Hot
were also
Wheels every
stuck.
time this week.
Nice. You
Yeah.
stuck true to your word too, so that's cool. That's special.
I did. I
Bonding moments.
I couldn't let him down, so we went. But yeah.
We drove today out of the way, very much out of the way, because the boys, I was telling Luke, they're on like a very hardcore Pokemon kick right now. Like that's all that they want to watch on TV.
Little
They watch
Pokemon Go. Is that still
Well,
a thing?
No, I mean
No.
yes it is. But Luke plays that when we're at like Disney because there's so many Pokemon at Disney. But we played. They're collecting the cards. They'll literally watch YouTube videos about like card collectors. And then I told them about Pokemon Snap. Did you ever play that when you were a kid?
I wasn't allowed to associate with Pokemon as a kid.
Anyways, there was this
Throwing
game
it
called
out there.
Pokemon
It's one of the
Snap.
things.
I forget.
Harry Potter, Pokemon. I mean, they're the same breath.
Rugrats. Yeah.
Rugrats, Ed, Nettie, anything on Cartoon Network.
By the way, I sent you a Rugrats reel this past weekend, and I was a TikTok, and I was like, "Can we do this?" And you never acknowledged it.
Oh, yeah. I think I watched it without sound. And then I was like, what the heck's going on? And if it was Rugrats, I probably wouldn't have gotten it anyways. But
well, it's more so. I'm not going to spoil it because I still want to film it. But it's more so about like the dynamic of our friendship. It's Tommy and Chucky. I know that means nothing to you, but anyways,
who are those people? Are they babies?
They're best friends. Yeah.
Jeez.
But anyways, Pokemon. We drove out of the way today to go pick up Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo Switch because
what is Pokemon Snap? A game?
Yeah. So you get into this like vehicle.
It's gonna be a long. Do we need?
No. You drive.
Is this a long tangent?
No.
I know you just don't want to talk about annual passes, okay? But we're gonna get there. I told everyone skip to 40 minutes ahead in the episode. We are at 32 minutes. We are almost there.
How do you know? Oh, I see it.
I have a counter.
I do too.
Yeah. I'm about to wrap this thing up. We haven't even gotten to news yet.
Anyways, this is what people love to hear. They love our personal lives.
Yeah. Pokemon.
You keep interrupting me, and that's why things take longer.
I've thrown you off.
So you ride around in a little vehicle and you take pictures of Pokemon, and then like based on how good the photo is, you get like certain scores. It was a game that existed on N64 when I was a kid, but they now have a newer version of the Switch. And so we did the whole like which GameStop has it, and there was one that was like 20 minutes away.
That's a dangerous game because GameStop is not good at keeping up with their online inventory. Trust me, I've been burned a few times.
What do you mean?
Like if you look up if the game's available at GameStop and then you end up going, and you always call.
Well, I called
always
them.
call.
Yeah,
Okay,
I called
good.
them, and then they held it for us, and we went and got it the next day. But yeah, so that was fun. It was fun though. It was fun to have that moment with the boys and go to GameStop. And like I said, because they're so into Pokemon right now, they just wanted to look at all of the different Pokemon that were there, check out the cards. Literally, Luke and I were driving, and we were going to like a local shelter to drop off a bunch of clothes. And as we're driving to the shelter, we're going down the road. Luke goes, "Daddy, there's a card shop back there." And I was like, "What are you talking about? I've driven down this road so many times." I was like, "What are you talking about? There's no card shop." I was like, "Buddy, you've got to be mistaken." He was like, "No, it said card shop and there was a Pokemon ball." And I was like, "All right, now you're just like seeing things." Lo and behold, we dropped off the stuff at the shelter. Lo and behold, we turned around and drove back down that road. Literally, Pokemon. It said card shop, and the O in shop was a Pokemon ball. And I was like, "Oh no!" Like,
We got you there.
This is Luke's like fortress right here.
Is he like running a piggy bank where he's like,
oh yeah,
financially responsible for
he was like, "Can I
all
get
of
this
these
pack?"
purchases?
And I was like, "Buddy, we're not spending that. If Daddy's gonna go buy you Pokemon Snap tomorrow, then we're not gonna spend the money on cards." And he was like, "Well, technically, I could go get $9 out of my piggy bank at home." And I was like, "You can if you want to. That's your money. You can decide how you want to use it."
There you go.
But also, it's coming with life lessons because he's taking those cards and trading them after school. And today he walked up to me and he was like, "I got gypped." And I was like, What happened?" And he was like, "I got a fake." And he showed me this card and it was peeling. And I was like, "Buddy, you have to like pay attention to those things when you're trading." I was like, "What did you trade for this?" And he told me, and it was a nicer card. And he was like so disappointed in himself. And I was like, "Well, it's okay. Like you learn from these things." But I was like, "Why don't we not trade the nice cards at school?
Why
Let's
don't, why don't
focus
you
on."
not trade with that kid anymore?
Yeah.
That's rule. That's lesson number one.
Yeah.
Jimmy is off. Is a no
Done.
trade.
Yeah.
Poor
So,
Jimmy.
anyways, okay, we will get into theme park news now. I'm
News
sorry to
time. News
drag
time.
you down with so much personal.
No, you didn't
chat.
drag me down. That we're running 4 minutes ahead of schedule. I'm happy.
No, I know how you are. Late night.
No, this is great.
Personal convo with Hunter.
What did I say last time? If I'm starting anything at 10 p.m., that's disgusting.
That's not on me.
Unless I'm talking to you.
Whatever. So news.
I forget I can like emote because it's not just my voice. I am used to sitting just very still and just being right here talking into the mic. But okay.
I still want to come up with a way to introduce the news segment. We don't have that yet. So no, that's not it.
Extra. Read all about it.
Oh, that would be fun.
Boom. Sound clip that.
Yeah. Okay. We're on to something there.
Mark clip. Be the kid from Spaceship Earth.
Doesn't he have like a title?
No face kid.
No, I don't think that's it.
The paper boy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They did turn him around because his face is broken, but yes.
Quick pieces of news, and there's probably more news that broke over the week, but this is the stuff that like
Maybe
stuck out to me. Quick Universal Orlando Volcano Bay nights tickets went on sale today. I haven't
today
heard that.
as in today or today as in
Today, sorry, the day that we're recording this, February 18th. So
There
if
you go.
you are interested, you should grab those tickets soon. I haven't heard that any of the dates are sold out yet, but I'd imagine that the first date is going to go fairly quickly. This sounds fun though. It reminds me of what we had at Walt Disney World at Typhoon Lagoon with oh man, the name of it is escaping me, but it's like glow
Glow Night.
It's something like that, but H2O Glow Nights, that's what it's called. Volcano Bay is staying open late. There are going to be shorter wait times. 10 select attractions will be open. DreamWorks characters will be out for meet and greets. They'll have a beach bash with a live DJ, games, and activities for the whole family. You get a complimentary Coca-Cola Freestyle souvenir cup, which is great because you can refill that at the park that evening. And then the specialty themed island treats. It very much, to me, resembles what they've done with H2O Glow Nights. So it sounds cool. I'm interested. I will probably go for work to cover it. And so, not probably, I am going for work to cover it. Tickets were purchased today. So,
I
I'm
am
excited.
not.
It'll be fun to experience it and see what it's all about. So,
Yeah.
And then this is big news. And this, obviously, we're recording this almost a week before the episode drops. So you've definitely heard this at this point. But if you haven't, starting on February 25th, so this week, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind and Tiana's Bayou Adventure will no longer use a virtual queue. It's interesting because I actually, in the Happiest Podcast Discord today, I put this as breaking news. And there was a conversation about this with one of the guys, Ryan, and Ryan was talking about how he's not very excited about this, and how he enjoys the shorter wait times that come with the virtual queue. it's interesting because I think that generally speaking, the wait times can be shorter with the virtual queue, but I do think that there's times where they're just not.
Technically,
And
you're waiting all day.
correct. And exactly, you're just not actually physically in the queue. And I think that what's going to happen is that as soon as the virtual queue goes away for like especially Guardians of the Galaxy, the wait times will be high for sure.
Well,
first.
it's important. I am also not a fan of virtual queues in any form or fashion, any capacity. But it's important that we like see what the demand is for the attraction, and kind of that balances our expectations of now is Rise of the Resistance worth it if you're waiting 70 minutes? To some people it is, to some people it isn't.
Yeah, that's my favorite attraction at Walt Disney World, and I probably wouldn't wait 70 minutes for it.
Yeah.
But I'm spoiled.
But more people also have the opportunity to say, I would like to ride that. I think a virtual queue is prohibitive to a lot of people, and I think it fills up for people who obviously know how it works. The ride is at capacity. Like, they're not doing a virtual queue, and because it's virtual queue, they've said like, oh well, we're operating at 50% capacity. It's always full, so technically the number of people who ride it each day will stay the same. But that being said, I just think it's better just to have the opportunity to decide for yourself, like, do I want to ride it? Okay, yes.
Right.
And it can now be an eligible member of the jump in line a minute before park close club.
Yeah.
And that is a plus. I like that.
Or you could rope drop it, or you could ride it multiple times in a day, and that's not something that people have not been able to do without purchasing a lightning lane and getting a virtual queue for it. And
a virtual queue is very important. A virtual queue is not a lightning lane. You still wait in line with a virtual queue. Yes, it's 20, 30 minutes instead of an hour and a half.
Right.
But
I just don't think that the line for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is going to stay long for a long period of time. I really don't. I don't think we're going to see, I think you'll see average of 60-minute wait times, maybe. But I do think that it will drop lower than that sometimes because...
Do you think a fully operational test track versus Guardians of the Galaxy will have a longer wait? I feel like Guardians will have
Guardians will
shorter wait based on capacity, like the way they just cycle people through that thing.
I think Guardians will always have one of the longer wait times at Epcot. I think it'll be sort of like the Flight of Passage of Epcot, just because it's a great attraction. But I don't think it's going to be always wild in terms of wait time. And I think Tiana's Bayou Adventure will be even less than that. Like, I think it's going to be similar to what Splash Mountain was like when that was open. And Splash Mountain, there were times where the wait time would drop under 30 minutes for Splash Mountain. And I think the same will happen with Tiana's Bayou Adventure as well, especially seasonal. I think there'll be times during the spring when it's a little cooler out that you're going to see that wait time go really low. So I'm here for it. I'm excited. I'm thankful that the virtual queue for those two attractions is gone. No more waking up at 6:50 feeling the stress of trying to grab the virtual queue for your family. God forbid you miss it. I've been in that position before where I have family visiting or friends visiting, and they're reliant upon my ability to get that virtual queue, and it's very stressful. And it's not something, like, it's not a position that someone should have to be on during their vacation. So
yeah, and it gives you the power to be able to choose: do I want to ride it in the morning or the afternoon? Or you get a virtual queue, now you have to be there at 3:00 or whatever it is.
Right.
I don't know. I just let the people decide if it's worth riding or not.
Yeah. So
just take out all virtual queues. All of them.
I don't think, what other virtual queues exist at Walt Disney World? I don't believe there are any.
Nope.
No. So
no new attractions opening very soon.
Tron has been on a virtual queue, or Tron has been on a standby queue. So
the next time we see virtual queues will be Cars Land, Villains Land, and Muppets / I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see it. We will see it. The
it's a long ways away.
It's not going away for sure. It'll be back with newer attractions, but
yeah.
But yeah, so
all right,
pretty exciting. And that's really the major news that I had to go over. I don't have anything else that's like groundbreaking. They did push back the Walt animatronic at the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. that was supposed to open on May 16th when the 70th anniversary celebration begins over at Disneyland, and it's been bumped back to July now. I am here for that, though. I think that they're being very intentional about making sure that that attraction is what it's supposed to be, and I think that that is good on their behalf for sure. So
Yeah.
Speaking of Disneyland, later this week we will be there.
Yeah. It's close.
I'm excited. I can't
We're
wait.
going to miss the opening date of Peppa Pig DFW.
We will. But
I'm upset about that.
I'm not going to say anything specific, but we are working on trying to make something happen with Peppa Pig in both Dallas and in Florida as well. So stay tuned.
Well, I'm going anyways, regardless if anything works out or not. So, but no, unfortunately, I'm going to Disneyland.
Not unfortunately.
I'm thinking about canceling the trip just so I could be here. But
I'm
right now
going
it's
to
looking
Disneyland
like
for work, so there will be no canceling that trip.
we'll
for me.
let Peppa Pig work out the kinks opening weekend, and then we'll catch them on opening weekend number 2.
I did also want to do a quick shout out to a listener. She sent us a piece of fan art, and it is so fun. Emily, thank you so much for sending it over to us. I texted over to Hunter today.
Yeah.
I'll post it on our Instagram story.
Basically, just imagine the Lion King, and yeah. Oh, we have video now. Yeah, there we go.
It's me and Hunter holding up Peppa Pig.
We
But
could
what's
probably add that into this.
Yeah,
don't know.
that's true. Yeah, we'll add it in. But what's even more fun is that there is like Pepcot, Peppawood Studios, Magic Peptum, Pig Peptum. I love it.
It's an alternate world,
where
alternate
the pigs
realities.
rule.
Yeah.
So that's good
Like,
stuff.
what
Thank you,
if
Emily.
Peppa
We-
Pig
we appreciate that
replaced-
very much.
What if Peppa Pig replaced Mickey Mouse? What would our it's what if? We're gonna see it on Disney Plus.
Anyways,
That'd be
we
something.
can now get into
It's time?
your-
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Cool. It's time. Well, Nick was obviously not very excited about this one, but I am, and I think we've got some good ones to go through today. So, the annual pass, the season pass, the max pass, whatever you call it nowadays. It has many names, but it does the same thing. You pay one price and you get free admission for a year. The first annual pass for a major park, I'm sure there was one earlier. I'm sure there's been memberships for, the roller coaster down the street in the early 1900s. Okay, I'm not going into like a definitive this was the first time, but on a large scale, Disneyland introduced it June 1983, the annual pass system. Our goal today, having done our research, having looked at every annual pass deal of every theme park, not every theme park, but some theme parks in the United States, we are bringing to the table some options that we found are pretty good deals that, maybe worth looking into. How long are they going to pay off? What do you get from it? And yeah, we'll just see what direction we go. We're just talking annual passes. I personally have 1 annual pass, 2 annual passes. I have 2. One to the Fort Worth Zoo. Shout out, represent Fort Worth Zoo. And then 1 to Universal. So shout out to Nick for that. But
There's your
all right.
big birthday present for the big 3-0 this year. I want Hunter to be able to come to Epic Universe. So for his birthday for this year, I got him an annual pass.
Yep.
So,
Nick's a gift guy. I'm not a gift guy.
Truly.
So you can imagine how I was taken aback. But anyways, let's
Speaking of
talk.
Universal annual passes. Should
Go
I
ahead.
just get started with
Just
that?
do your first one. Do your
Okay.
first one.
So there are 4 different types of annual passes at Universal. You have a seasonal pass, a power pass, a preferred pass, and a premier pass. Price differences. The seasonal pass is $425. The power pass is $475. There are a lot of differences. I'm not going to go into like the dates that are blocked out, but there are
The
more
blockout dates will get you. That's
there are more blockout dates for sure on the seasonal pass than there are the power pass. And The seasonal pass, another caveat is that you don't get any discounted parking. So you have to pay for parking every time that you go to Universal.
That's how
Power
they get
Pass-
you.
Yeah, the Power Pass, you get half off parking. So it's still not complimentary, but it is half off. The difference in price between those two passes is $50. So, I think
How much
that
is parking? 40?
I think it depends on the day, but I would say generally speaking, probably around $30-$40.
I feel like 40 is a lot. I don't know why they just.
No, I
don't
think you're probably accurate there.
know. Oh,
So
yikes.
yeah, so I think you make your money back by getting the Power Pass over the Seasonal Pass very quickly. The next step up is the Preferred Pass, which is the pass that I've always had. It gets you a discount in the parks, it gets you free parking, and there are like less blockout dates as well.
Yeah.
So that's great. But now for work, I have a Premier Pass, and the Premier Pass. So Preferred Pass is $630, and then the Premier Pass is $905. The Premier Pass gives you no blockout dates at all. You get to go any day of the year, and there is complimentary parking, but not just complimentary parking, which I haven't utilized this yet. Not even just preferred, valet.
Wow.
On certain nights you can use it. So you literally just pull up, give them your car, and
Fancy
get to
schmancy.
make your way into City Walk. So that's exciting. And then another cool thing about the Premier Pass is that it also includes Express after 4 p.m. So if you're at the park, it's past 4 p.m., you get to utilize the Express line, unlimited Express, on the day of your visit. So I think that's
perk.
awesome. Yeah, it's a really cool perk for sure. I would love to see Disney build like Lightning Lane perks into their passes eventually, although I do think that it could potentially increase the cost of the pass, and I don't know that
Beyond
they
what
need
we
to-
already
don't
have
need
it
to
as.
keep increasing. Yeah. So, I think that that's great. That gives you the access, that gives you the ability to access two different parks between Universal Studios Florida and Universal Islands of Adventure. Over at
And
Universal Hollywood,
optional for the water park, right?
you would
that's
have
an
to
add-on.
Yeah, that's
onto your
that's
annual
called
pass.
they have like the 3-park pass at that point. Because remember, it's not a water park at Universal. It's a theme park. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
and then Epic is just not on the radar for any sort of annual pass at the
I'm
moment.
sure it's on their radar, but not on any of our radars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will find out what that looks like. I mean, obviously that's going to increase the cost of these passes because it's giving you access to another main gate. But
yeah. So that's either 2 or 3 parks plus City Walk. What is one park in California comparatively?
One park, a platinum annual pass. So they have 4 different tiers as well. They have a platinum annual pass that's $549. These are on sale right now. The gold annual pass is $279, silver $199, and then there's a California neighbor pass for $169. Not much of a difference between the silver pass and the California neighbor pass, but
Okay.
I would say that that's comparable.
Take
It's
a
not
park
quite
out.
not quite half the price, but it is half the price in certain scenarios. So
Yeah.
but it is only one park. So, and I don't know that Universal Hollywood is the most accessible theme park, I feel like. But neither sometimes Universal
I mean,
Orlando.
if you're riding down a 70-foot escalators, I mean, that's just an interesting
I don't mean
scenario.
just that. I mean like just getting to that park
Oh,
in general
okay.
from wherever you are. Like Universal Hollywood is not like Disneyland where it's a whole vacation destination. Do you know what I mean? It's literally a studio lot, and the park is built essentially on top of that studio lot, and there are hotels around the area for sure, but you're in Hollywood.
Yeah,
You're not. It's not. I don't know. It's a different vibe for sure. So
yeah,
but
for sure.
yeah, I mean, I think that Universal Orlando passes are priced well. I think that
Good deal.
here's the thing. I was talking to Francie about this before we started recording. I was like,
He's like, I don't know what we're gonna do here.
I was like, every annual pass to me is a good deal.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But some are better deals.
Sure, but I think like every pass, if as long as you utilize it, if you utilize it more than the cost of a park ticket, then yes, it's a good deal.
And I feel like a lot of them are. So you see this pricing deal with pretty much parks across the board. It's like 1-day ticket super expensive, 2-day ticket is like 60%,
Yeah.
you know, and then a 3-day ticket is like 40% per day, and it's, you know, you might as well do a 3-day ticket. But then if you're doing a 3-day ticket and you're going twice, you might as well do an annual pass, and they try to like work you into that. I think it's probably like just over 2 visits would equal an annual pass, which who's going to go more than twice? Probably less than 50% of the population, obviously. But
you think
of the population of people visiting
true
Disney or Universal, for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense for everyone, but yeah, if you're planning on going, it does make sense to do. It's a upfront cost, obviously, but yeah. But I think there are better options out there.
Oh.
Yep, than Universal. Do you want me to? Should I start with my heavy hitter?
Sure.
Or should I? Okay. I see. We're gonna find a little balance here because I took a slightly different approach to this exercise than you did. You're very analytical. Props to you. You got the numbers. You got the costs. You got the tiers. The benefits. I'm very proud of you. This one makes sense for a very specific group of people, and I'm talking to you, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So,
dear.
Hershey Park. Let me tell you about Hershey Park in Hershey, PA.
This is where you went in your research.
Oh yeah. Listen here. This is huge. So, Hershey Park has a season pass option. It is only for Hershey Park. So it's not like you're like getting multiple like a Universal or a Disney.
Right. They don't have multiple main gates at Hershey Park. I'm confused.
It's reasonably priced at $330 a year. Are you ready for the kicker though?
$330 a year?
Yeah.
A Universal pass, the Power Pass is $475.
Let me explain. That is the Hershey Park full-size pass with twice a day dining plan.
Oh, that's good.
That is 2 meals a day.
I like that they call it full size. Like it's like
they have like bite size, snack size, full size.
That's
how they do theirs. But I was looking for the butter zone here, and I want to be able to get in the gate and use my twice a day dining plan. So for $330, you can have 2 meals a day for the summer season, which is 107 days, which equals a value of at least $2,000 if you are using it each and every day. Now, why I said this makes sense for Harrisburg, Pennsylvania residents is because if you live in and around the area, maybe you work remote, okay? Maybe you take your lunch break, go into Hershey Park, grab a lunch, come back at dinner, grab some dinner. Your grocery bill is now effectively $0.
I'm looking at.
Are you getting what I'm saying here? Are you following?
Yeah, but at some point you're done with theme park food.
No. If I was living a different life at the moment, and I only had myself to worry about, and I happen to live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, I would be doing this.
I wonder if there's limitations on where it works, because they have a lot of food options.
It says up to 13 in-park restaurant dining locations, something like that. I'm pulling it up right now.
They have more than 13 for sure, though. Fascinating. Like, I'm sure it doesn't work at Starbucks or Subway or the Chick-fil-A.
Maybe.
I would imagine it probably doesn't. But maybe.
Listen, I'm not reading the fine print on these. I do know that you have to wait 180 minutes between meals. So you can't get one for you, one for a friend. They're both going to be for you. Eligible locations. Okay, here we go. Dispatch Pizzeria Express, Nathan's Famous in Founders Way, Hot Dogs, 1906 Grill, another Dispatch place, Flying Fair, Overlook Court, Kissing Tower Snacks, Burke's, Express. I'm just going to... Another Nathan's, a lot of hot dogs, a taco truck, Spring Creek Smokehouse, Barbecue, East Coast Burger Works, Burgers, Philly Cheesesteak, Subway on the list. 2 Subway sandwiches a day.
Ugh, sick.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
That gets old so fast.
No, you have all those. You can do a rotation.
You were not the person to make any sort. At the last time, over the last 2 weeks, probably like a large percentage of the times that I've called you, you've been either in the Whataburger drive-through or the In-N-Out drive-through.
Yeah, so I would use this option. Hey, it's been a tough couple weeks. I had to get some quick meals.
We need to start talking about your quick meal choices.
I have a fast metabolism, all right? Listen.
You in the long game here, buddy.
No, you're missing the point of this show and tell. This is a great deal.
Yeah,
and that is a fact. And the bonus, first off, you're saving $1,700 on groceries, bonus, and you get to do some rides.
$1,700?
Yeah, if you have 107 meals, just say, $9-10 a meal, right? It's $2,000 value.
Wow.
You have to go every day.
That's where you
all summer. That's every day, all summer long. But if you are single, only have yourself to worry about, live in the area, why not? Why not?
Are they open 24? Like, are they open 365 days a year?
No,
Yeah.
they are not. That's why this season passes. It's dining through the summer season. And a limited spring season. So they have like limited hours, which is weird. So like you start looking into other parks and you realize this, even like Six Flags in Texas is the same way. They're only open sometimes on the weekends. Yeah. So like when you get used to Universal and Disney World and all these kind of places being open 365. Yeah. Then you go up north.
Yeah.
And there's an off season that really throws you off.
Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, in the middle of the winter, people are not going to a theme park. It's too cold. Nope. There's lots of snow. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
But yeah, I
cool.
That's a great deal. It is cool, isn't it? I thought that was awesome.
No, that's cool. That's exciting.
Even if say, I don't know, maybe you go 20 cents or carry the 3. You go 25 days of the summer. Like, okay, it pays for itself.
Yeah.
I'm talking about getting your money's worth.
Well, I agree. Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, I don't know if SeaWorld does this. I know for sure Busch Gardens has a thing where you can buy a meal pass for the day and you eat on that meal pass all day.
See, but that's for the day, and that's just to make a buck off of you for the day. But
no,
you can buy your meals, 2 meals a day all summer long for 3. If this was a meal box subscription service, and I could tell you 2 meals a day, $330, 107 days of meals.
Oh dear,
that's 214 meals, $330. Are you in? You'd say, heck yeah, I'm in. What do I have to do? Well, you have to drive yourself to Hershey Park 2 times a day and pick it up yourself.
I don't think I would do it.
Why? If you lived within a 15 minutes,
if you were soloing it, maybe you're not buying that for your family of 4.
Yeah, family of 4, hop in. We're going to eat our dinner.
You're not.
Hershey Park.
Not doing that.
I don't know if. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds cool for local.
It's a single man's game. It's a single.
I think for local families who can afford it, sure, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Not my vibe. I'm not eating every meal there for sure, but
they have a 1 meal a day option, but it's like $60 cheaper. So I was just like, go all in. Do the 2 meals.
I do want to go to Hershey Park one day. It's on my list.
I've been as a child.
I didn't go to the park. I went to the Hershey Hotel. Went to the town.
Did you do the chocolate factory tour?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Matt did that.
My mom lost her wedding ring, or the diamond fell out of her wedding ring at the hotel.
Yeah. Yikes. Well, that's
anyways,
good. Maybe they would have given you a free 2 meal a day.
Maybe if it existed at that time.
No,
so speaking of Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, I'll just go over this real fast. I don't think I'm going to go into all of mine.
You don't have to go like, this is tier 1, tier 2. I was just talking general discussion of what's the best deal.
So they have a platinum pass for SeaWorld. It covers SeaWorld, Busch Gardens. I don't know why Sesame Place is on there because that is part of both SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. Adventure Island, Aquatica. And this is cool because the marketing team, good job. They literally spell it out for you in terms of what value you're paying for. So the pass it's on sale right now, $396 annually. It gives you visits for 12 months, and it literally says worth $140 per visit. So you go, what is that, 3 times, and you're at your money's worth already in terms of visiting these parks. Then it says free preferred parking, which is $53 per visit. Again, it spells it out for you.
Wow.
So that's adding up quickly. They give you 8 free guest tickets, which is worth $1,119.
How could you say no?
Yeah, you've got a family of 4. The Hazens come to visit the Fosters. Guess what? We're taking you to Busch Gardens, Tampa.
Doesn't have the same ring as Disney World, but I'll take it, I guess. We're taking you to Disney. No, Busch.
We're talking about Busch Gardens and SeaWorld
okay.
right now.
Yes.
And then you get up to a 50% in-park discount, which I do want to shout out to all of the parks that give you a discount, even Disney. The discount on the merch adds up, and it makes a difference.
Oh, let me tell you something. It adds up both ways, because this is how they get you. This is my conspiracy
I'm buying the
theory.
merch regardless.
Well, there's a lot of people who may not, unless they have a perceived quote-unquote discount. And getting people in the door to a park, I think something we'll see here, like they want to show perceived value. Obviously, SeaWorld Busch Gardens is not losing $1,000 a person for every person that buys a season pass. It's cheap to get people in the gate and get them to ride some rides, versus that once they're in, now saying, oh, I have 50% off merch. I can buy that. I can buy this. I can buy that. And then someone who wouldn't have bought anything or wouldn't have even set foot in the park is now buying merch, buying food. Who knows what else? I don't know what else you can buy.
Probably
a dolphin experience.
Probably a lot of annual pass holders, if they're investing their money into becoming a pass holder, are interested in merchandise at the park.
I think because they are a pass holder, they're interested in merchandise.
I don't think so. I think that they do. They have an interest in merchandise because they have a passion for that park, and that's why they're an annual pass holder.
Yeah. I think it works both ways, though. I think that's where...
I'm sure that people buy things because they know they have a discount. Yeah. Sure.
I'm just saying, these theme parks aren't losing money when you buy a season pass and you say, except Hershey Park. They're losing money. Okay. if you do that and do what I told you...
Guarantee you nobody's doing.
That's going to be canceled real fast. But if they're giving you free tickets and free parking, it's like, yes, they're not taking it off the top there, but they're taking it in other ways. But
well, I mean, no. If we bring the Hazens to Busch Gardens, the Hazens are going to have to eat at Busch Gardens at some point.
And I wouldn't have been there if you didn't say, I get in free, I can get you in free, and now I'm paying full pot for a hot dog.
Right.
And now
you're buying Bash a cool little plush because
we don't do park merch. That's another big difference between me and you. You're a merch guy. I refuse.
Lame.
I just don't do merch. I don't know why. I don't know. I bought last merch item was a Star Wars Edition Columbia t-shirt for my son because I got a gift card for Christmas.
Yeah, but you buy things. When we were on the treasure together, you bought Bash a little pirate sword.
Yeah, because I told him I'd bring him something back from the boat.
Right, because you have to do that.
I didn't buy him a pirate sword. I bought him a hook, and it was literally plastic hook that was $5. But he thought it was awesome because I told him we got captured by pirates and I had to fight him, and I stole his hook and brought it back for him. Gosh.
Anyway,
now he's gonna think that if we ever say we're going on a cruise, he's gonna be all worried
about pirates.
Yeah, that's a real fear.
Well, they do take over one of the nights if you go on a Disney cruise, so that's real.
All right, what else about Busch Gardens?
That's all I got on Busch Gardens.
Okay,
worth it.
All right. Worth it, sure. Yes, worth it. Let me tell you one that's really worth it. Are you ready? This Hershey Park,
on the edge of my seat.
Hershey Park was my bite size. All right, this is the money maker right here. This is not the money maker, literally, but this is the one that I think is a no-brainer. I feel like almost everyone in America should have this pass. How's that? How's that for a teaser? Put that on the reel and let's post. But listen, Six Flags or not even over Texas. Six Flags as a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of this?
No, I don't. I've never been to
Okay.
Six Flags.
Boom. Okay. You know, there's multiple Six Flags parks, right?
Correct.
Magic Mountain, Great Adventure, all over the place. They also merged with, who did they merge with? I don't know what the exact name of the theme park conglomerate was, but it includes Knott's Berry Farm, Carowinds, Cedar Point. Those are all now under the Six Flags umbrella as
cool.
of July of 2024.
I want to go to Knott's Berry.
And you can if you buy this. You're gonna buy. This is my 1-2 punch for this episode because you're gonna go and buy this as soon as I.
We should go to Knott's next weekend.
Where is it? Is it in L.A.?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not far from Disneyland.
I'm gonna buy one of these passes and then I'll use it at Knott's
Okay, go
Berry
ahead.
Farm.
Sorry, interrupted you.
So, in all, under the Six Flags umbrella, both Six Flags parks and the merged affiliates, there are over 22 amusement parks nationwide and 14 water parks nationwide, including Schlitterbahn. Shout out Schlitterbahn. Any Texans know that's a classic. You can get into all of them with one single season pass for a total of $190.
Wow.
I mean, come on, right? That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
100. It's Six Flags Gold Pass, which is basically your Six Flags pass, season pass, and then you can do the all park add-on for $110 on top of that, which gets you into all of those parks nationwide.
Well,
Like I feel like if you travel, like if you have family friends scattered about, or you find yourself in areas all over, just having this for the year and being like, well, I'm 30 minutes from Six Flags Magic Mountain, or I don't know all the Six Flags names, but
or I think a lot of
then you go.
theme park enthusiasts would utilize this for sure.
This is huge.
Yeah.
This is huge. I was caught off guard when
Berry Farm is 13 minutes from where we'll be staying in California. Just
yeah,
so you know.
which it sounds like we're getting this pass.
I won't be getting that pass. There's no sense in me having that pass.
Why not?
When am I gonna go?
You're gonna go. Is there any of these in Florida? Let's see. Wow. No.
Yeah.
There's none in Florida.
They stay away.
No. So there's Maryland, New York, California, Texas obviously has Fiesta Texas and Six Flags Over Texas, New Jersey, Illinois, New York, California, Mexico City, Mexico, Six Flags Mexico. You can get in there. Montreal, Quebec City, La Ronde.
I feel like we have to go to Knott's next weekend to put it on the list.
I guess so.
I don't know when that's going to happen, but
Knott's Berry Farm and Knott's Soak City. You could get into both the water park and the theme park. And Knott's Berry Farm and Cedar Point, mind you, are top 10 amusement / theme parks in America. It's the Universal, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, Disney World, Disneyland, and Knott's and Cedar Point are right there. They're serious.
People rave about Knott's Berry Farm. People love it for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to go. Well, we'll talk more about that. Cool. Sounds.
We got to get this pass. And I did look it up. If you do a single day admission to Six Flags Over Texas, it's $35. So
what if we put
cheap.
that pass on next year's agenda and we road trip to a lot of those places? Now, obviously not California, not cross country.
Hey, there's 36 parks all across America.
We look up geographically where there's clusters of them. And by cluster, I don't mean right next to each other, but drivable.
Well, I'll tell you what, Texas is right there. We got 2 Six Flags, we got Schlitterbahn, 2 Hurricane Harbors. I mean,
okay,
we've got 5 out of the 30 something.
And then I feel it sounds like there's a lot in New York and New Jersey.
California, Great America, Knott's Berry Farm, California, a lot of in Ohio, Kings Island, Cedar Point.
Cedar Point. Yeah, Cedar Point's high up on my list of places I want to go to.
Yep. There's a Hurricane Harbor, New Jersey. I don't know about that, but
Why?
I don't know.
I want to go.
There is Six Flags Great Escape, Queensbury, New York, Six Flags Great Adventure, Jackson, New Jersey,
Yeah.
Six Flags Darien Lake, Darien, New York, Six Flags America, Bowie, Maryland. There's a little cluster in that
Northeast
section. Ohio, New York, New Jersey,
Yeah.
Illinois.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drive.
Oh boy. Then can we drive to Mexico City and do Six Flags Mexico?
Sure, I'm down for that. But I think that driving, I think that would be fun. Put that on the docket for next year.
I just don't understand. Out of all the things we buy nowadays, how are you not spending $190 to then have the privilege to visit over 30?
I would say that if
amusement
you're
parks.
in Texas, it sounds like it makes sense. If those are accessible to you, then why not?
Yeah. Let me tell you a little secret here. It's not really a secret, but it was something that I was talking to my mom about, and she was like, "Yeah, this is what sparked this for me. You know, the origin of the annual pass episode idea." But she was like, "Oh yeah, we used to drive to Fiesta, Texas, to buy our Six Flags annual pass because it was cheaper than Six Flags in Arlington. Like we used to go on like a little excursion down
because there's
buy it there
Six Flags down
and
there.
come back. Yeah.
Got it,
And I
got
think, and then I was like, oh, okay, well let me see that. So then I looked. Six Flags Fiesta, Texas is cheaper than Six Flags over Texas in Arlington, but as soon as you hit that all parks add-on, they made it to where it like always bridges the difference. So where that used to be a hack, I think it doesn't necessarily matter anymore. But
Interesting.
I digress. Yeah, just a little tidbit. You know,
Sounds cool.
Six Flags is also a park that I once had a season pass for growing up. I've never had a Disneyland or Disney World annual pass. I've never had Universal until now. Yeah, it's literally only been Six Flags and Fort Worth Zoo for me.
Yeah, I have annual passes to a lot of things. And I've been in high school, I was an annual pass holder to Busch Gardens. Disney was in college, and since then, and then Universal was within the last 5 years became a Universal annual pass holder. Yeah, I love annual pass holder programs. I think that they're great. I had more notes about Walt Disney World as well and whether or not it's worth it. I think it's worth it if you visit.
We all know it's expensive, but it's expensive to go anyway. So
right,
yeah.
It's the cost of a single day ticket. I think tomorrow, again, we're recording this on the 18th. Technically, we're now into the 19th, but a single day ticket is $189 for Magic Kingdom. All you have to do is go and that's a single day, single park ticket. Obviously, if you have a pass, you've got park hoppers. So
I just want to throw this out there: single day at Magic Kingdom, all year at 35 premier amusement parks in the nation. What are we choosing here?
I think I'm picking Magic Kingdom.
One day? Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Just doing it for the bit now.
You
do think I had a good idea and that's a good deal, but you're not going to acknowledge it until we hang up, and you're gonna be like, "Yeah,
let's
that's actually pretty
Let's
cool.
go to Knott's next weekend and see what it's like. We'll see what the value of that is."
Okay, we'll have to talk about how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
Our schedule. I mean, I'm flying in, flying out in 3 days, but
we'll talk more
whatever.
about it. But
okay.
Anyways, yeah, there you go.
All right.
Annual passes, are they really worth it? I say yes.
And I say yes sometimes.
Maybe.
What
is our question of the week?
Hershey Park. Where do you have an annual pass to?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, maybe.
Yeah, and also,
where have you had your annual pass
Sure.
to, if you don't have one?
And what
Name every park you've had an annual pass to.
And how long have you had an annual pass to those places?
Ooh, yeah, we're looking for the most loyal customer.
Yeah.
If you are a 30-year annual pass holder to a park, I want to know about it.
If someone had an annual pass to Disneyland in the 80s, please raise your hand.
I'm pretty sure it should just be free for them now. I think Disney should be like, okay, We'll just keep sending it to you. You don't have to
Big
keep buying it
grandfather in.
anymore.
I'd also be interested, and this is probably information that's available on the internet. What did an annual pass to Disneyland cost in the 1980s?
Well, keep talking, and I'll.
That's a critical point that we need to know, because obviously the annual passes have been like significantly increased. I also didn't dig into Disneyland annual passes much, but I do think that Disneyland annual pass holders have a more difficult time getting park reservations than Walt Disney World annual pass holders do. And that's where I think it starts to get a little frustrating as a pass holder when you can't use your pass that you are paying for to have access to the park because of availability with park reservations. So
in 1983, annual pass. This is the AI overview. So check me, please. It says $125.
that's amazing.
That's pricey in 1983.
Yeah, but in Disneyland, like things
1983.
Disneyland things were more pricey. And $125? Are you kidding me? Annual passes now are well over $1,000 to Disneyland. Yeah.
1983. So what is $125 from 1983 to now? About $404.
That's what the equivalent would be. Yeah. Are you kidding? That's nowhere near what it costs now.
But for one park. I don't know. All right.
What year did DCA open? The 90s, I think. I don't know. Anyways, it wasn't
Opening
called DCA.
day 2001.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
February 8th.
Okay.
2001.
Well, cool. Glad we had that talk.
See, now we've all learned something. Go get yourself an annual pass or season pass for the Six Flags family of parks.
One day our episodes are not going to be an hour and a half long.
Hold on. Also, yeah, we got 9 minutes. I got to stretch this into an hour and a half. If you live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and you are willing and able to test out my 107 days straight of 2 meals a day, and you are fully accepting, whatever comes with that, then just let me know.
Health implications.
Let's add you to the team. Do a little content.
No, terrible. All right, I do have things that I need to discuss.
I feel like you could do a Netflix documentary about this or something. Why not?
Like the guy that ate McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But the official question of the day is, where have you had your annual pass? How long have you had it? Let's see. Let's see who's had it the longest.
Yeah.
I've been an annual pass holder to the Fort Worth Zoo for probably like 3 years now.
That's cool.
That's my longest tenured
They'll do that
membership. Yeah. It's a good deal too. That's one of those, like, if you go twice, it's worth it. So
yeah,
I think it's like less than $70 for the year.
I see. Walt Disney World, we were annual pass holders in college, but then there was a gap where we didn't live local. So
if you stop, it doesn't count.
So then I would say it's since 2018, most recently. So 7 years.
Yeah. Oh, I did have a bonus.
Oh dear.
Silver Dollar City in Branson, Oklahoma. Or Branson, Missouri. Branson, Missouri.
You just really took off some people.
I've only been once. Please, I'm sorry. It's a great place. But theirs is $275 for the year, but a single day ticket is $92, which if you've been to Branson, like they get you. It's kind of touristy in terms of, like, there's definitely a section where you're paying top dollar. But the kicker is, if you were born in the years 2020 or 2021, you can sign up and get your free annual pass right now. I don't know. I think that's a rolling promotion that they do. It's like for your first season pass thing, and it's on their website. And I think it might be 2020, 2021 right now, and then 2021, 2022 babies.
Busch
next.
Gardens and SeaWorld.
But it's like that. It's that first year after they're not free anymore. But they're basically saying, if you register for free, then you can get in for a year free, and then they'll probably pump you with a bunch of promo emails or whatever.
Well, Busch Gardens and SeaWorld do they do a preschool pass, so kids up to 5 get a free annual pass, and then teachers get annual passes through some of those parks locally as well. So pretty cool.
Yeah.
Great.
What else can we talk about?
This was a great time. It was fun. Good job. Proud of you.
Hey, you've got next week, buddy. Okay, this
Yeah.
is.
Well, stay tuned.
I'll again take responsibility. This was my idea.
No, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It's good
But-
conversation.
Yeah, so we've got one more episode.
What?
Wait,
One more episode. What are you talking
no,
about?
when we post the next episode, we
Right.
will officially be in
getting
Disneyland.
ready to go to Disneyland. Yeah, we will not be in
when we
Disneyland.
record it. We'll be getting ready. When we post it, we'll be there.
The next episode, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll figure out what that looks like. You may also get, I'm not making any promises, but you may also get a bonus episode that week because we're going to try to record an episode together whilst in Disneyland. So
should we do like ride vlogs or something? Like, or is this
let's not get ahead
YouTube
of
strictly for? Well, I'm just saying. Am I bringing my GoPro or am I not bringing my GoPro? Are we
We'll
doing
talk about
17 questions on
talk more
the
about it. We'll talk
River
more.
Rapids?
We'll talk more.
And then we're going to Knott's Berry Farm. I got to do something. I mean, oh gosh.
We'll see. We got to talk more. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll keep you
Yeah.
all in the loop on our plans.
Yeah.
But
Next time you hear from us, maybe follow us on the Instagram stories. We'll be there. We'll be posting. We'll be hanging out.
Yeah.
Check in and see how we're doing
Right.
the weekend of the 1st next weekend.
I also, next time you hear from me, I'll have run Disney Princess Half Marathon weekend. 3 more races under my
Well,
belt.
that'll
3 more
be
months.
by the time we post this.
I'll have run it. Yeah, but they won't hear from me.
We just
until-
don't know. We won't know how you did.
Did I finish?
I don't know. What do you want to
Stay
tell
tuned.
yourself? If you could tell yourself one thing right now
About running?
that you need to hear this weekend, like if you can tell future Nick as he's 2 miles to go, about to do his personal best, about to PB.
No,
as they
I'm
say
not.
in the
I'm
running
not going to
world.
PR in
Oh,
these
PR.
races because I don't PR Disney races. What I would tell myself is have so much fun. My sister is running with me this weekend, and I cannot wait. It's going to be a good time. So
Okay.
there you go.
Well, nice.
And the fam, Francie and the boys are running with me. Ethan's first run Disney race is this weekend. So
Wow.
can't wait.
That'd
That's
be
all,
awesome.
folks.
All right. We will see y'all. Thank y'all for listening
Bye.
to
Real
the theme
soon.
park, guys. Bye bye. Go get yourself an annual pass if you don't have one already.